Have you ever wondered how deep the psychological roots of a culture can run? Well, we're about documentary to embark on a journey to the land of the rising sun, Japan, to explore this very question. Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel. The psychology of a nation's people is intricately woven into its cultural fabric, and understanding it can offer profound insights into their behavior, attitudes, and societal norms. For instance, the Japanese psyche is a fascinating blend of ancient traditions and modern advancements, subtly influenced by their geography, history, and belief systems. Throughout this documentary, we'll be delving into this intricate psyche, comparing and contrasting it with other cultures, and deciphering what makes the Japanese uniquely Japanese. From the principles of harmony and collectivism to the profound influence of Buddhism and Shintoism, from the concept of wa and emotion regulation to the contrasting ideologies of karoshi and ikigai, we'll be exploring it all. So, stay tuned as we dive into the fascinating world of the Japanese mind. Harmony and collectivism. In the heart of Japan lies a deep-seated value of harmony and collectivism. This is not merely a cultural observation, but a core principle that underpins the psychology of the Japanese people. Harmony and collectivism are not just words, but living, breathing aspects of their everyday life, shaping social interactions, relationships, and work ethics. Picture a society where the group's needs and desires often take precedence over the individual's. This is the essence of collectivism, and it's a stark contrast to more individualistic cultures where personal achievement and independence are highly valued. In Japan, the group's harmony is considered paramount, and individuals often set aside their personal wants and needs to maintain this equilibrium. Now, you might wonder, how does this play out in real life? Well, it's evident in many facets of Japanese society. In social interactions, for instance, the Japanese often prioritize maintaining group harmony over expressing personal opinions that may cause conflict. This is also reflected in their language, where indirect and ambiguous expressions are commonly used to avoid confrontation. In relationships, the Japanese tend to value interdependence over independence. This means that they often consider the impact of their actions on others and make decisions that benefit the group as a whole. This principle of collectivism extends to their work ethics as well. Japanese workers are renowned for their dedication to their companies, often working long hours and sacrificing personal time for the good of the organization. Now let's compare this with individualistic cultures. In these societies, people are encouraged to stand out, to express their personal opinions, and to prioritize their needs and desires. They value independence over interdependence and personal achievement over group harmony. It's a stark contrast, isn't it? This difference in societal values provides a fascinating look into the psychology of different cultures. It sheds light on how cultural values can shape our behaviors, our relationships, and even our work ethics. As we see, the collective mindset of the Japanese people plays a significant role in shaping their psychology. The enduring influence of harmony and collectivism in Japanese society shapes their collective psyche. This harmony and collectivism, deeply ingrained in their social fabric, continue to guide the Japanese people's actions and decisions, painting a unique picture of their collective psyche. The concept of wa and emotion regulation. A key element in understanding Japanese psychology is the concept of wa, or harmony. This principle forms the bedrock of social interactions in Japan and is deeply intertwined with the manner in which emotions are regulated. Wa can be loosely translated to mean harmony or balance, and it's more than just an idea. It's a cultural norm, a way of life. It embodies the belief that maintaining peace within oneself and with others is of utmost importance. In the context of emotion regulation, wa encourages individuals to manage their feelings in a way that promotes harmony and avoids conflict. This mindset leads to a unique characteristic often observed in Japanese people, their reserved demeanor. Compared to other cultures where expressing emotions is not just accepted but often encouraged, the Japanese tend to be more restrained. This is not because they experience emotions any less intensely, but rather due to the emphasis on preserving wa. Consider this in contrast to Western cultures, where emotional expressiveness is often seen as a sign of authenticity. In the West, wearing your heart on your sleeve is largely considered a virtue, a testament to one's honesty and transparency. But in Japan, the focus is on ensuring that emotional expressions do not disrupt the delicate balance of wa. This results in a more controlled, subdued display of emotions. However, this does not mean that Japanese people are emotionless or indifferent. On the contrary, they are simply more adept at managing their emotions in a way that respects the collective harmony. They understand that personal feelings, while important, should not upset the equilibrium of the group. In essence, the concept of wa shapes emotion regulation in Japan by encouraging individuals to prioritize harmony over personal emotional expression. This cultural norm may appear as a form of emotional suppression to some, especially those from cultures where overt emotional expression is the norm. While this might seem alien to some, it's a deeply ingrained part of Japanese psychology. The influence of Buddhism and Shintoism. Religion in Japan, particularly Buddhism and Shintoism, has a profound impact on the psychology of its people. Dive into the realm of Japanese psychology, and you'll find the teachings of Buddhism and Shintoism interwoven into the fabric of thought and behavior. These religions aren't merely rituals and ceremonies, they're the compass guiding the psyche of the Japanese people. Let's start with Buddhism. Rooted in the teachings of Siddhartha Gautama, Buddhism encourages mindfulness and acceptance. This isn't just about being present in the moment, but also about acknowledging life's transience, its ups and downs. It's about accepting that change is inevitable. In the psychology of the Japanese people, this manifests as resilience, an ability to weather life's storms with grace and equanimity. Then there's Shintoism, an indigenous religion of Japan. Shintoism fosters a deep respect for nature and the belief in the sanctity of life in all its forms. This reverence for the natural world is reflected in the Japanese mindset, fostering a sense of interconnectedness and a deep-rooted responsibility towards the environment. The influence of these religions extends beyond personal beliefs. They shape societal norms, attitudes, and values, permeating every aspect of life in Japan. For example, the Buddhist concept of motenai, which conveys a sense of regret towards waste, is mirrored in the Japanese principle of avoiding excess and cherishing what is available. Similarly, the Shintoist reverence for nature can be seen in the Japanese custom of hanami, the tradition of appreciating the beauty of blossoms, a testament to their love and respect for nature. The teachings of Buddhism and Shintoism also promote harmony, respect for others, and a sense of community, values that are deeply ingrained in the Japanese psyche. This is evident in their group-oriented culture, their emphasis on consensus building, and their respect for hierarchy and order. So, you see, these aren't mere religions. They are the undercurrents that define the psychological landscape of the Japanese people, influencing their perceptions, attitudes, and behaviors. The influence of Buddhism and Shintoism on Japanese culture. These religions not only guide the moral compass of Japanese people but also shape their psychological landscape. Karoshi and Ikigai. Work culture in Japan is a fascinating blend of dedication and struggle, encapsulated in the terms karoshi and ikigai. Diving into the heart of Japanese work psychology, we encounter two remarkable concepts that seem to be at odds with each other: karoshi and ikigai. Karoshi, literally translating to death from overwork, is a phenomenon that's unfortunately not uncommon in Japan. It represents the extreme end of an intense work culture, where long hours and high levels of stress can lead to severe health issues, and in some tragic instances, even death. On the other hand, we have ikigai, a concept that symbolizes the complete opposite. Ikigai is the intersection of what one loves, what the world needs, what one can be paid for, and what one is good at. It's about finding purpose and fulfillment in life, a reason for being. In the context of work, it's not merely about earning a living, but about finding a vocation that gives life meaning and joy. These two concepts, karoshi and ikigai, reflect a deep-seated tension in Japanese work psychology. On one hand, there's an ingrained cultural expectation of unwavering dedication to one's job, sometimes to the point of self-sacrifice. On the other hand, there's a profound desire to find a sense of purpose and fulfillment in one's work. It's a delicate balance, and one that many Japanese people navigate throughout their careers. Contrast this with the work-life balance valued in many Western cultures, where there's a clear delineation between professional and personal lives. The emphasis is often on maintaining a healthy balance, ensuring that work doesn't encroach too much on personal time. The concepts of karoshi and ikigai can seem alien and extreme in such a context. Japanese work culture, a delicate balance of dedication and fulfillment. In the end, these contrasting concepts provide a unique lens through which to view the Japanese work culture. They illustrate the struggles and aspirations of a dedicated workforce, striving to find a balance between societal expectations and personal fulfillment. These contrasting concepts provide a glimpse into the complex psychology of work in Japan. Conclusion. So, what can we take away from our exploration of Japanese psychology? In our journey today, we delved into the depths of the Japanese psyche, discussing key concepts that shape this rich and unique culture. We explored the harmony and collectivism that are deeply ingrained in Japanese society, fostering a sense of unity and cooperation. We examined the concept of wa and how it shapes emotion regulation, promoting peace and balance. We also took a look at the profound influence of Buddhism and Shintoism, which guide the beliefs, values, and behaviors of the people. Lastly, we ventured into the work psychology of Japan, understanding the dichotomy of karoshi and ikigai, the struggle between overwork and the search for a meaningful life. These elements not only shape the individual and societal psychology of Japan, but also remind us of the importance of understanding cultural psychology in an increasingly global world. While each culture's psychology is unique, understanding these differences can bring us closer as a global community. Until next time, keep exploring the fascinating world of cultural psychology. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe and follow the Psychology and Physical Training channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.